For her own good, I lifted her up. She doesn't like the lifting part, but she's totally good afterward. Good morning, Gray. I used to be one of those people that drank out of plastic grocery store bought water bottles, which is really just city tap water, maybe gone through a few extra checks. And after Dawn and I got together, we invested in these Life Factory bottles. That's the brand name of them. There's other people that make them. Some people, hi, nighttime. You go down till I'm done, sweetie. Some people like Camelback, and there's other off-name brands. Anyway, these are glass with a silicone cover, and I have to say they've been in service since 2013-ish time frame, and they've done great. Now, I have had problems with these caps. It's not been all good. You can kind of see here the cap is broken and not where it's supposed to. It lasted a long time, but then they eventually broke. This is what the one looks like. We've eventually lost this, I guess. And also on the side, when you push on it, you've got to push in this little groove with your finger and not here, because if you push on that, you can bust it out. Dawn fixed this one with the screw. Anyway, they've come out with a new and improved bottle top. I just ordered it from Amazon. I'm going to give it a try. I got to say one thing's for sure: if it falls over, it's not going to leak. This is really pretty secure. I like that in the family room near my computer. I got into trouble a week or so ago with this one. The cats knocked it over on me, and it spilled for like the first time in forever I had spilled. Well, even this one suctions on really good. But these bottles totally allowed me not to use grocery store plastic anymore, and they've lasted forever. If it breaks, if this inside here breaks, Life Factory, we had one freeze. We left it in the car in the winter, and it had water in it, and it froze, and it busted it. Life Factory sent us a new glass bottle, not the plastic parts, but the glass part. We were able to get this old sleeve on the new bottle for free. So they stand behind their stuff. I'm sure if this had a defect here, same price on Amazon or from them, except Amazon did have free shipping at a less purchase price. Like Life Factory had free if you bought over 50 or something. Amazon was just free. But they will stand behind. All I was really trying to say is, if you're still using grocery store plastic water bottles, how about converting over to a reusable something? They last for forever. These fit in the Tesla cup holders great. They come in lots of colors. Johnny's is green. Dawn has a blue one. They have 3 or 4 top styles. They have sippy cup, just a closed lid, the pop-up, and a straw. So there's a top for everybody. They've been good for me. I'm headed to the environmental park to play pogo and do a heat tran raid. I'll invite some of the local people. It smelled smoky outside. One of our neighbors must be burning. Well, Dawn and I will not be doing anything outside again today because it's just too hot and sticky. Lots of leaves coming down. You can see I blew the driveway yesterday, but there's all these leaves. I'm looking for deer and being careful here. Nobody's been out of the driveway yet today. It's like a tropical jungle out there with all the rain we've had. I've done 2 heat tran raids with the local players joining me remotely. I'm here at the community center. I thought I'd show you a slightly different view this afternoon. This will be a voting place come November. I always enjoy the flags flying, and there's some nice crepe myrtles over here, and just a little bit different spot today. I'm back home. Time to go inside and see what Dawn would like to get into this afternoon. Yeah. I just signed Johnny up for his weekly private Taekwondo lesson. Set a calendar notice for Friday at 2:30 p.m.
Okay. And what's the name of the event?
Johnny Private Taekwondo Lesson.
I'll schedule Johnny Private Taekwondo Lesson on Friday, August 28th at 2:30 p.m. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. I've added that.
And that went right to my Google Calendar. Gray is in full afternoon nap mode.
Okay, here we go. Try number 2. We're going to do the carbon fiber on the center console. I've gotten my alcohol microfiber tape to get the fuzzy stuff off as best I can. I don't have any idea how it's going to turn out, so cross your fingers, and if it doesn't work, you know, nothing ventured, nothing gained, or something like that. And then we'll just get one of those ABS ones where it's hard plastic and you just put it on top.
Right, that won't hurt my feelings none, although I am pulling for you to have more success this time.
Yeah, I have to say, I'm definitely going to give it my best, but I got to tell you, something tells me that I'm not going to be getting me a job at a detail shop putting on this kind of stuff. I never liked screen protectors because I was anal about them, and this is like screen protectors on steroids.
Well, you did learn some the first time. All you can do is apply what you learned. You know, after you do things 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, then you get good at it.
Yeah, I suppose.
Having to be good at putting one on one time, that's a tall order, I think.
That's right. I agree with that.
Now, we really liked the white we tried to put on, but Don had ordered a carbon fiber and he'd ordered a white, and we like the carbon fiber too. Obviously, we have it in ruby, and we both like it.
Right.
We're into it, so.
Well, first of all, this one, going up here starting at the very front, might be a little luckier that it doesn't try to tuck in the sides. This one, it looks like it's cut a little bit better, where it's going to try to go strictly from edge to edge, maybe with a little gap. Well, hopefully as little as possible gap, but the other one, I think, was kind of wanting you to kind of tuck it a little bit,
and that's where you got into trouble with the felt,
and that was part of the problematic area. Right, that's right. So I would say the first piece, I got it a little definitely. I like this one, that it's not quite as wide as the console. I could have got the gap a little bit even. Maybe it's a little bit more of the black showing over here, but because this is carbon fiber, the black really doesn't look bad. No air bubbles. This must be.
Yeah, this one has no air bubbles, none, 0.
Yeah, so I had no trouble with air bubbles on this, and it seemed to stick pretty good. And it's really sticky, let me tell you. I mean, when it hits, it's there.
Don had me helping hold up the end away from where he was starting it, and that's why I moved up here to the front to help him. That sort of worked out pretty good, having a second set of hands, I think.
I thought maybe I should have moved it forwards. There's not much of a wrap over this front edge. There's a little bit of a wrap on the back edge,
but then the cups wouldn't have lined up.
But then I've already had, if you look at this line right here, it's already significantly forward, so there really wasn't, they needed to put, so you could argue their little template was slightly off. This needed to be shifted just a scooch. But anyway, I definitely like this one that doesn't go edge to edge from an installation point of view. That made it possible for me to install it.
So the second section is on. We're passing the marriage test this afternoon.
Absolutely. Kitten is actually much better at this than I am. Her fingernails do better than my
Maybe I
fingers.
should have just done this for you, because I'm good with glass screen protectors. Johnny always comes to Mama to put his, I've had good luck. So
I said that I'm no good at them.
Okay. So there's a little black showing here and here, but again, because it's not our fault, I mean, we fitted it, there's a little on both ends, so it's not like we're over. It doesn't bother us because it's black on black, we're good. Anything beats that piano black, which already had several scuff marks on it.
Yeah,
so
we already got good scratches on it.
Keep your finger crossed, 1 more or 2 more pieces to go, because we got some little piece for something too, right? Where does that go?
It goes on the thing for the little bar underneath this.
Okay. Alright, we got that third piece on up there. We didn't have any trouble. This stuff really doesn't get air bubbles underneath it, which is great. I don't know what this is. Is this just a little dirt?
It's probably smudgy.
It's something's,
a little
I think
bit there. Oh, well, yeah.
But you're not going to, I mean, the only reason we can see that is because we got the bright flashlight right on it.
Yeah, but what I was going to say, for the price, I'll have...
This one was what?
I think it was $12.
Okay. Yeah, I think for $12, I'm totally happy with the kit. If I had to paid $50 for it or $40 for it, I wouldn't be too happy.
I guess I got this one on eBay, and I will go look up the link, and I'll put the seller. Maybe they still sell them, but I would say, you know,
yeah, you got that off. It looks much better now. One of our hands had a little oil, I guess.
Yeah, I would say, you know, obviously this was not perfect for the Model Y, because this piece right here, they gave you this for that. At least I guess that's what that is. It holds the two USBs, or, you know, or something. I don't exactly know what this little piece is for. I thought it was for this, but I don't know that that's for that. Oh, it may be for back here on the USB ports on the back of the console. Back in the back. It may be.
Okay.
We'll take a look, but obviously those are Type A's and we have Type C's.
So I guess we're just not going to put that
Yeah,
piece
I would
on.
say we're probably not going to put that piece on.
Yeah, because I need B-roll footage, and I just like having lots of options for catching stuff going down the road, and
Yeah.
I'm always probably going to want a dash cam here.
Right.
I'm happy with, I'm liking the different view of it pointing at us and at the road. So Dawn's wanting to do something with the wire more permanent.
Right, I'm going to run the wire up here, across here. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do it. Maybe just run it across this black to this seal and run it down the seal. I have, I'm going to make a custom length cord for that USB. I have, this one's like a 6 foot, and it's obviously not long enough, but I have like 15-foot cable, USB micro C on the end, and I'll just whack off the end here like I told you before, and I'll solder me a custom length. This is when I said yesterday I had bought those USB Type A solder ends for when I was doing dash cams. I put one in the GMC, it's a custom length. I put one in Ruby custom length. I put one in Michelle's van custom length. And
she does Sean's car too?
No,
she drive?
No, I just did hers.
Okay.
So I've done several USB cables soldering Type A's on after I get the wire hidden, everything's tucked up, and then it's 3 feet too long or 5 feet too long, and I just whack it off where it needs to be and solder a new end on it.
Well, without a spludger or anything, we were able to get the cable in up there really easy. And then it got a little tight in this corner. So Don is going to go get the spludger, and I'll let him back over here. We swapped places to make sure we were happy with how we looked in the... it wasn't cutting us off.
And you can't see it. The black masking along the windshield totally hides it.
Yeah, there's a nice little spot up in there. Don's really working it. I don't think it'll be coming out over there.
No, not going to come out over here.
See, in Ruby, this A-pillar is black with the Alcantara, so where the cable comes across, you can't really see it. It's still nice and neat along that seam there. It really seems like you're not having to work too hard to get it in any of these other places going down. It's just been...
Yeah, it just went
in there.
Yeah.
It's just hid in there. You can't see it.
Yeah.
How's it coming?
Well, now that I found my spudger, I'm doing good. It's I put my spudger up with all the other red spudgers, and I didn't know I did that. So I looked all over the garage for my spudger, but it was right up there with all my other spudgers.
Uh-huh.
So I've ran the wire.
Uh-huh.
And I've got some little sticky cup things, to dress this up a little bit. But I'm just going to chill on that, make sure I like it before I start sticking something to that plastic. But I did splice the wire.
Yeah, the cable he had wasn't long enough.
Right, wasn't long enough. And so I did splice the wire.
I see. And it's just up here, so it displaces in the...
Right, not down here in the high traffic area.
Okay.
And so and might as well, if you're gonna splice the cable, it doesn't matter if you use 2 feet of one cable and 5 feet of the other, or you know, 3.5 feet of one and 3.5 feet of the other. So, you know, that's what I did. I spliced it in such a way. And then I ran it right through here. There's a nice little...
You have a software update.
Oh, I do?
Newsflash. Hit install now. Well, when we get out of the car, we'll install it. Might not like you having the doors open. I wouldn't do it till you're out of the car. Live dangerously. Okay.
All right. Well, I canceled it. You can call it.
Yeah, we'll do it when we get out of the car.
My girl's good at... Oh, well, anyway, I tested it before, in case you wondered. I did test the camera and make sure it was working. You know, I plugged it in. It's got a nice 90-degree angle there. I like that. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm pretty happy with this.
Yeah, this one we have to be able to unplug it because you can't get the micro SD card out until you do that.
That's right. The way they I think they did it on purpose. They put the power right over the opening for the SD card. So you can't get the SD card out unless you remove the power, because I guess they absolutely didn't want you to eject the card with power on.
So I tried everything at my disposal to find something to cover that black wire coming across the seam there. I got out all my nail polish, hoping to have a gray, knowing that was unlikely. I did find a very beige opalescent off-white, but that was not going to work. I looked in my Lego tubings. You know, sometimes we have loops with Lego, but all of them have ridges. I looked at cable, electrical wrap stuff. I looked at the straws that we have around the house and wire wraps, and went up in the attic. You know, Don's got a bunch of cut off pieces of old electrical cable. I thought maybe we could suck the wire out of one of them and slit it and slide it over. I couldn't find anything that would work. So I ended up ordering a 6-pack of silicone reusable straws comes with a brush. We probably should be using reusable straws anyway, and there happens to be a gray one in there that's plenty long. So we'll have to slit it, but you won't be able to tell that, and that's my best thing that I could try. It cost us, well, $6 for the set, but $1 per the straw. So that'll be here Wednesday, and we can try covering it up. But I was gonna cover it with a permanent gray marker. That wouldn't work, and I really like the nail polish or model car paint idea, but didn't have the right color. So that was a perplexing little problem that I was trying to solve there. I mean, it doesn't look that bad black, but I'd rather make it a shade of gray.
Yeah, and I'm just going to leave the wire here. I got it tucked under the carpet.
Right, well, Ruby has a place where the wire comes across.
I could pop this off, and if I have a need to get in there, I'll do it upright. But right now, I'm just going to call that done.
And so where did it come to over here?
It comes right up there by the seat belt.
Oh, I see it. Okay.
And it goes all the way back to the hinge, and there's a nice little gap back at the hinge.
Uh-huh.
And it comes forward by the hinge, and it then drops down.
Oh,
and plugs into the 12-volt outlet. Well, I got one of those 12-volt USB. It's the dual cigarette light. I've talked about it before. It articulates.
Right. So you had room for it in there? Well, that's where it already was going to.
That's right. It's got 2 Type A's, but they're the special ones that can charge like at 2 amps or 2.1 amps or something like that. And then I have it also has a Type C, and it has 2 12 volts. So it's quite powerful.
Well, your Spludger set came in really good use today.
Yeah, I agree. It's got, you know.
You bought this pretty recent, right?
Yeah, I bought this back a couple, 5 months ago. Yeah, absolutely. It's, you know, it's got all the Spludgers. Got some nice, these right here. It's got the things that pop the clips off, and this thing, and 2 of those. I mean,
and it was started out because you were doing stuff on Ruby?
Yeah, well, yeah, I've used Spludgers. I have a small set of Spludgers, but I wanted the thing to pop the clips out, and I didn't have one of those. And basically, you can buy the thing to pop the clips out for like, oh, I don't know, $7, $8. You can buy this whole kit for like 15.
In the nice case, and where you can find them.
Right. Well, that's me. With me, as I'm getting older, it's best that everything stay all.
Well, you know, you ought to make you a label on the side of this Spludger.
Well,
it's got a nice spine.
Yeah, it does. Maybe my girl will do that.
Okay. gravy, and a really nice piece of pork that I pan seared in the cast iron skillet and then baked in the oven at 400 until it was the desired temperature. So I've been reading instructions online and watching YouTube videos about how to cut shirts to be better. I don't like to wear just crew cut neck shirts and thick sleeves and I don't know, boxy guy designs. So I thought I would take one of the shirts I got at Guardian Angel that was $3 and try my hand at cutting them, which is why I got a good pair of really sharp scissors the other day. So I'm not gonna record me doing it, but I'll show you the after effect. Cutting shirts really is a thing, and I'll show it to you as long as I don't screw it up. I'll show it to you regardless. So on the neck, you come down an inch and a half, and you cut up until the seam. This shirt's folded in half from the side, right? Here's the center of the sleeve. Then you kind of really careful go over that, and then you angle back to the center of the lower collar because you don't want it falling off. I don't want it falling off my shoulders or anything. So it can be closer on the back side and more scoopy in the front side. Well, I would say that that turned out just like I would have wanted it to. Now I'm going to take the thick part of the sleeves off, and I'm also going to do the same thing at the bottom. I'm just going to line it up and cut across the bottom. The tip on these is you actually pull it to stretch it a bit, and then it kind of curls up and it has a semi-finished look to it. See, definitely more of a girl cut there. So, I want to say that these fabric cutting really sharp scissors I ordered the other day, they appear to have worked great. I've got all my cuts and they don't look messed up. I'm going to do the little pull now to try to curve it. And then we'll go do a try on. Are you helping me with my black cat shirt nighttime? Well, I'm pretty pleased with how it turned out. The cutting went perfect. The curling up happened like they said. It's got a nice tapered end on it now. Let's try it on. It seems a little loose big here and a little fitted, more fitted than I'd like here, but the cutting went good for the first one. So if I had another shirt that I found at Guardian Angel that was boxy, I think I would certainly try this technique again.
Sounds good. Looks pretty.
Thanks.
I like the little kitty cat.
Maybe I'll wear it when I meet Michelle, or certainly around Halloween time with the black kitty cat on it.
Ooh, yes. Scary. Well, here's the new update. It says Tesla Powerwall coordination, left front car left open notification, close windows on lock, and notification history. Interesting. So this is software update, or we're now at software update